Someone asked me, who is Terpy? What is Terpy? Well, Terpy was the nickname that was given to me after I broke my back in a car accident. I didn't just smoke cannabis one day and decide to turn it into my entire personality. I got hooked on opiates, Norco, hydrocodone, 10 milligrams to be exact, 120 of them a month. Decided to go all natural. I prefer cannabis as my pain relief. My severe chronic pain that I deal with on a daily basis, I treat it with cannabis. So, my back injury was a compound burst fracture of my L4 vertebrae, which means that it was my lower vertebrae, my lower spine. It compressed and burst. They said it burst, fractured into like a million pieces. They said there was no saving any of the vertebrae at all. They actually said they didn't know if I was going to walk. It was They were unsure if I was going to be able to walk for like 13 days while I was in the intensive care unit in Atlanta Medical Center. So yeah, thankfully I had a amazing surgeon. His name was Dr. King. He was actually one of the top spinal surgeons in the country. I'm sure he still is, if he is retired at this point, because at the current time he was the top surgeon. He even said he wasn't sure if I was going to be able to walk, but thankfully I am able to walk. Unfortunately, my back is held together with titanium rods and pins, and there's like a metal cage where my vertebrae is supposed to be. So I deal with a lot of pain. I deal with a lot of nerve pain, a lot of I have like a lot of arthritis. I don't know. I mean, there's probably other ailments that I haven't figured out yet. So I use cannabis for the pain relief, and that's really where the name Terpy came from. Constantly asking for terps. Who's got the terps? Who's got the terp? Like, do you have anything better than this? Like, do you have anything with some terps on it? Like, so yeah. It just stuck. I was educating people on oils, waxes, different types of cannabis, THC, CBD, etc. Everyone else called me Terpy. Everyone still calls me Terps, Terpy, Terp. I mean, it's just a nickname that stuck. I decided I was going to DJ for a few years, and the COVID pandemic happened. I decided that I was done with the DJing. I was going to try to pursue other opportunities. So I decided to go back to the gaming. I originally started the gaming content creation back before I broke my back, just posting EasyCap clips to YouTube. I had a Dazzle HD that I got to try to up the quality, but then I still had to use free DVD software just to be able to post those clips and then have people comment, oh, why are you posting these potato clips, this potato quality, blah blah. So I kind of disappeared for 10 or more years into the workforce, just playing games in my free time to pass the time and everything. But in my recovery process, I became top 500 in the world for Modern Warfare 3, the original Modern Warfare 3, not the remake bullcrap that they came out with a few years ago, but yeah, the original one. It's top 500 globally in the world. You could click lobby leaderboard every time that you would join the lobby, and there I was right there at the top. So I knew back then that I, you know, was a little bit higher of a skilled player than most. But I never tried to do anything with that. I never took it anywhere. I just kind of, you know, I just played the game. So I grew up around a lot of veterans. I grew up around a lot of guns. That's why you see me mostly playing a lot of shooters, a lot of military simulator games, and stuff like that. And honestly, I probably would have joined the service if I didn't break my back in high school. I really don't know if they have a spot for me doing anything with rods and pins holding my back up. I mean, I can hardly get around like a normal person day to day. So I really doubt that I could find myself being useful in the military. I mean, that's the backstory on why I'm so interested in the military, shooting and guns in general. I was born and raised around them. Um, my grandfather gave me my first gun the day I was born. Um, what were some of my first games? What got me addicted to gaming? Um, I would have to say playing online games for the first time on the PlayStation 2. I was actually out of town at a gun show with my grandfather in Kansas City, Missouri, and we were staying in a neighborhood, and it was snowing outside, so we were outside. I was outside playing in the snow. I actually took the trucks off of my skateboard and I was snowboarding down the hill. A neighborhood kid came out. We were playing and talking, and found out I was from out of town, and he found out that I was into games, and he took me inside to show me his dad's gaming setup. His dad had like a legit like Windows 95 PC, like a huge brick. I think it was a compact computer. He had like Call of Duty 2, Big Red 1 on there. And in the kids' room, he had Battlefield 2, I believe it was. Battlefield 2 on the PlayStation 2. He showed me gaming on the internet for the first time. My rural country ass had never seen anything like it before. I was already into video games, but being able to play online with other people was revolutionary to me, and I was hooked. I could not stop talking about getting a PlayStation to get to hook up to the internet once we got back home. It was around the time period of the Xbox versus PlayStation. Um, I ended up getting the Xbox instead of a PlayStation because my stepdad had a PlayStation. So I ended up with the big green Xbox, the first Xbox console. Um, Played Halo, Far Cry, Black. That was a great game, Black. I was just hooked from the start. Halo 2, the Xbox 360 came out, and I finally talked my grandfather into buying me the Xbox 360. It made my mom so mad because I already had the other Xbox. But I got the Xbox 360. I was so happy. I got Call of Duty 3 and Halo 3, and I would just bounce back and forth between those games. Such a good time. Halo 3 was incredible. So many hours in Forge mode and custom games with friends. Shout out to all the boys out there, um, that made all of that possible. Um, Rest in peace, the Halo 3 servers, man. Like, ah, good times. But so Call of Duty 4 came out, and you had the ability to create your own class and customize your gun and go for camos and etc. So I furthermore just continued being hooked into this. Um, I got into Gamebattles. We were playing Gamebattles on Call of Duty 4, doing search and destroy tournaments. I mean, before this made any money, like this was just for fun. Like this was just guys, like we were all just having fun. Modern Warfare 2 came out, all the trick shotting. I wanted to be in a sniper clan so bad I couldn't stand it. I broke my back. Um, so it's like that that happened right in the middle of my entire like progression through my gaming life. um and it put me in a state of where I couldn't really go out much. I had to be in recovery. I had to do physical therapy and pretty much sit in a back brace in a hospital bed all the time. So I became a professional Modern Warfare 3 player. um, I was top 500 in the world globally. You could click lobby leaderboards, and there I was, like top of the lobby every time. Um, but I never did it. I never knew you could do anything with it. I never tried to do anything with it. My hospital bills, my physical therapy, and my life was happening so fast in front of me that I couldn't focus on trying to, you know, make a living off of playing video games. I was always told that was not even possible. Um, so as of as of 2021, when I built this PC, as of 2021, that was 10 years after I broke my back. So there was a 10-year gap in my first YouTube videos of me just playing around to me, okay, I'm gonna try to do this full time. There was about a 10-year gap, so I'm super far behind when you compare myself to other content creators. But I'm here. This is me. I am Terpy. I've just been posting clips of my raw gameplay. I click the go live button and I stream to 0 viewers. But I will clip highlights from my streams. I'll post random clips, and slowly but surely, I have garnered up to 1,000 followers on both TikTok and Facebook. Um, so I'm working on the YouTube side of things now. I've neglected YouTube, considering that it is where I started back in the day. So that is who Terpy is. That is what Terpy is. That's who I am. This is who I'm trying to be. Um, you know, I want to somehow monetize gaming. If other people can do it, then I'm gonna try to do what I can do to get there. Um, I don't want, millions of dollars. I don't want millions of followers. If I get there, that would be super cool. But I mean, I just want to be able to pay my bills and survive and live comfortably, which is something that I have not been able to do for the past 10 years. Even though we've broke the 1,000 follower mark on TikTok and Facebook, we are stagnant over on YouTube and Twitch. I have been streaming for 4 years now, and I'm still not affiliate on Twitch, so that kind of stings some days. It hurts my motivation a little bit, not gonna lie, but it is what it is. At the end of the day, I'm still gonna be playing the games regardless. If I have one viewer or 1,000 viewers, I'm still gonna be playing the game. So my mindset is, why not just press the go live button? If people come through, they do, and if they don't, they don't. That's where I'm at with it right now. So thank you so much for your support so far. If you're already a follower or a subscriber of mine, it really does mean the world to me. Um, I apologize if I'm absent. I do still have to make a living, and unfortunately, it does not come from streaming games. And one thing that I will have to say is I have switched to using this Azeron. I played on Xbox controller for 10 years, or longer. But now that I'm on PC, instead of using a keyboard, I have to give Azeron a shout out. This is the coolest, most useful little gaming device that I've ever used. Just plug it in. It works just like a keyboard. You program it. It has a joystick on it, which I use for my WASD, my movement. Um, but I mean, that's pretty much. I've swapped to mouse and keyboard. I love Azeron. Uh, Use code Terpy at checkout if you decide to buy one. Shout out to Azeron. Um, and then one more thing that I want to say is I got this Herman Miller chair here. It's supposed to be for support. It's supposed to be for like back support, but like this is the flimsiest, like this is the flimsiest, most garbage chair that I've ever sat in my entire life. So I feel like I've completely been ripped off by them. So I'm gonna go ahead and say not shout out on Herman Miller. Don't buy their shit. Um, Anthros is a chair company that I've been looking into. Their stuff looks like it's actually designed for people with disabilities like myself. So I'm actually thinking about partnering up with them if it's possible, if they're interested in partnering up with someone like myself, um, with no following. But you know, maybe we'll see. But they do look like an awesome company, so I'm gonna go ahead and say shout out Anthros. I've sat in their chairs at DreamHack, and I sit in this Herman Miller every day, and I can tell you that I would prefer the Anthros over this chair any day of the week. So um, there's that. Uh, just throwing that out there. But yeah, the other channel, when I decided to do the DJ thing and I became Terpy, the other channel just sat there. So when I decided to switch gears from the DJ back to the gaming, I decided that I would just use the same Terpy moniker instead of trying to go back to one that was completely non-existent anymore. Um, I've posted a few things on the other channel since then, but um, yeah, it's pretty much dead. 10 years of inactivity will do that to a channel, so it will just pretty much serve for nostalgia purposes at this point. And I will continue on with the Terpy name. So thank you so much for being with me. Thank you so much for supporting so far, and hopefully we're here for many years to come. That's why I am Terpy Games. That's why I'm Terpy Music. That's why everyone calls me Terpy. Terps, Terp. Um, but yeah, that's it.